Welcome to another edition of Meet Your Council, where we highlight the elected members of the Murfreesboro City Council. City TV had the pleasure of speaking with our Vice Mayor, Ron Washington, an MTSU graduate, proud parent, and member of the City Council since 1998. Washington shares his experience with the council and his beloved city of Murfreesboro.
Well, my daily routine as the Vice Mayor right now, so far, is ribbon cuttings, filling in for the mayor on some ribbon cuttings, and doing some that other council members can't attend, signing a bunch of pieces of paper, a bunch of documents, and for grants and all sorts of contracts.
Washington has been successful in his tenure on council, but he admits that it was an unlikely option.
Well, I had no interest in doing this at all. But I was approached by some people in the community that said, hey, I think you could do this. At that time, Murfreesboro did not have any African Americans. I don't know if there were any women either, but any African Americans on the council. And I considered it, and at first I said no, that's a little much. And then my late pastor, when I was going to Allen Chapel, Melvin Hughes, kind of turned me around, and he talked to me about Romans chapter 8, chapter 12, and it talks about the gifts God gives all of us by grace, and that all of us have gifts, and if we don't use them, we'll lose them. When he told me that, I said, deep down inside, I said, I can do this. I know I can. I can't keep running away from it. I said, let's try it. We did not anticipate having much success, but I said, Lord, I'm gonna do what I think you're trying to tell me to do. And luckily, we came in fourth. There was an open position. We got appointed to that open position for 2 years. We had to turn right around and run again in 2000. Came in first in 2000, first in 2004, first in 2008, and we came in second this time by 9 votes.
Washington gives credit to those who encouraged his career path in civil service, especially his present employer, that helped prepare him for the role.
That is, they are my first family is Phyllis and Carmel and my mother, and at that time my grandmother. They're all I got, But I have a real small support group of good friends and family too. But also my work family here. They are so wonderful, and without my boss's support, there's no way I could have done this, because it does take time away from Milton Electric. But this company, Milton Electric, we always have tried to be involved in community affairs and in trying to build a relationship with governments, because we deal with Murfreesboro City government, we deal with Smyrna's government, we deal with Laverne's, Eagleville, you name it, we deal with them. So, Cannon County, we were about public service, and all of those partners and all of those ministries to me about dealing with government and planning commissions and all that kind of good stuff made me feel pretty confident about what I was doing, because I knew a little bit about government. I was on the planning commission in 1993 until 2002, so I already kind of had an idea how government worked. And then when I became district manager in 2000, it stepped me up into another management role. As a senior staff person, you got to see how decisions are made at the top, because you're part of that decision-making process. And that helped me even more when it comes to making decisions about how government runs.
As for his own future, Washington stresses that he will always use his own wisdom, talents, and abilities to serve the people of Murfreesboro.
Just to continue to serve the best of my abilities, continue to make sure that the employees and the citizens of Murfreesboro, I'm being fair to them, and try to educate them as much as I possibly can when they ask me, because they don't know how things happen. Or they don't understand, well, why did they do this, or all they do is say I hear that all the time. There's a method to the madness, and we try to coach and teach the residents on our radio show that we have every Sunday night from 6:30 to 7. We've had that show for 6 years, and that's what that show is about. It's about informing and coaching the community about the issues of the day.